Okay, everyone, I'm back again with Willie Bradley here, and we're going to finish talking to Willie about his trailblazing. So, Willie, do you remember where we left off at?
I think I remember.
Okay, so once again I'm going to turn the camera towards you, and if you will give our audience your attention and talk to them, I'd appreciate it.
I will.
Okay, okay, everybody, here's Willie back with us again.
I think I left off. We're talking about being professional and everything that you were doing. That's one side of it. The other side of it is, what I'm doing is very necessary, and it requires me to be away from home a whole lot. And being away from home a whole lot, there are going to be sacrifices. You know, and I'll tell you, if you're an independent artist, it's a lot of financial sacrifices being made too. I want to commend my wife for holding down the house while I'm gone. Making sure everything at home is taken care of, and the support is sometimes she might not understand why I got to be gone all the time, but that's the part that a lot of people don't see. When we're gone all the time, when the musicians are on the road, believe me, there are some huge sacrifices. You know, um, Fortunately, my two boys are grown, but I have a little girl that's 13, Kristen, and you know, there's a lot of phone calls and a lot of FaceTime, but it's a sacrifice that the family goes through in order for me to be able to do what I'm doing, and I really appreciate them for that.
Well, certainly that takes magnificent work to be able to do that. You know, there's this biblical scripture comes from the book of Proverbs, and it is the 30th chapter, I believe, that talks about a capable wife. Well, we need to have a capable husband too. But the point is that a trailblazer such as yourself, on the road as much as you are, I really appreciate and respect the fact that you know that your wife and your family is patient with you and patient with the process. So that's good that you mentioned that. But my audience, please go ahead. I wanted to interject that.
Um, with the artists that are out there, the new artists, it is very necessary that if you're gonna trudge this road, believe me, you're definitely gonna be trudging it, and it's just not gonna happen overnight. But you got to believe that whatever work you put into it is definitely gonna come out. You can guarantee that if you think that the engagements and the opportunities are gonna just come knock on your door. No, it's not going to happen. You're going to have to really be diligent and a go-getter and making things happen. And the sky is the limit. You got to believe that any and everything is possible and believe that any and everybody is accessible. All you got to do sometimes is ask and you receive.
Mm.
And I found out that, if I needed help with something, all I had to do was ask. And lots of times before, I used to be afraid to ask and I didn't receive anything. So that was definitely a lesson learned here in this genre. And I reach a lot of people through my social media. I'm not afraid to reach out to anybody. I'm not afraid to ask questions if I don't know the answers. And it's just been a great run, and it's not quite over yet. I'm booked all the way through October right now. When I finish up with the International Q reunion here in Atlanta this weekend, I have a few more engagements prior to leaving for Japan again.
Wow.
On August 13th. I'll be there through the 19th. We're playing the Summer Sonic Festival, and
That's just in a few weeks.
That's in a few weeks. And we're also playing again. We're going to be back for two shows at Billboard Live in Osaka and Billboard Live in Tokyo.
All this in August.
All this in August. Okay, when we come back from Japan on the 19th, we have a few days off, and we'll be going to Gabon, Africa, from the 25th through the 29th. And then
Is this in August as well?
That's in August as well.
Wow.
And then I'll be back here in Atlanta with my friend George Freeman Jr. and the Main Street Band at St. James Live. It's a jazz supper club here in Atlanta. And then
that's the new place in Atlanta, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And September 15th through the 18th, I'll be going to Barcelona, Spain with the original James Brown Band. And October, once again, I'll be out on the West Coast the entire month. And I think I mentioned those dates earlier. Mm-hmm. And we got a few spot dates in November and December. But before then, I'll be releasing, like mid-August, I'll be releasing my third single from my CD, Another Day in Time.
Really?
It will be I'm Ready, and it features Mr. Marcus Anderson. And just want to have some type of radio presence going into the festival season when the festival buyers start, checking out their artists. And I want to make sure that I'm going to have enough radio presence that they'll be considering me for some of the bigger festivals. Like hopefully I'll get a chance to do I've been talking to a lot of people. I definitely know I'm going to do more festivals than I did this year. And I did like 5 or 6 this year already. So I'm grateful.
That's wonderful.
Because it was 5 more than I did last year. So that's growth.
Wonderful.
That's right.
So you are really being blessed.
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. So, well, then you go to Africa. Once again, where's that in Africa?
Gabon, Africa. It's on the west coast of Africa.
And who's going to be with you?
The RJ and the James Brown Band. I'll be with them.
Okay. Well, I'm so happy that they recognized your talent and that they decided that you should be the one to be that trumpet player for them.
That was a blessing.
You've traveled with them quite a few places now.
Yep, that is my spot.
Yeah.
And I'm very humbled that they chose me and that I have that opportunity because that's part of the dream. When you tell the Lord and you ask Him and you have all this stuff going on in these dreams and you never know when it's going to happen or where it's going to come from, and it couldn't have come from a finer group. I'm the only person in the band that didn't get a chance to play with James Brown, and I have mad respect for the unit. Those people have been doing that music for Mr. James Brown for some 20, some 30, and have a couple that have been doing it for 40 years.
Well, I tell you, Willie, I have the utmost of respect for you and for what you do. And I truly mean that from the heart. I think you know that. Individuals set a precedent as to how they'll be treated by others. And when you hold yourself in a particular way, that's how people will perceive you. If you are male or female. But I think that we should all remember that people will treat us exactly the way we put ourselves out there.
Right.
And if we expect to be respected, we must be respectful.
That's right.
And that means respectful of others. And Willie, as we get to ending this segment here, I was thinking, on our other segments, you told individuals what they must do and how they must conduct themselves in order to get the attention that they need. And as you have been doing that in this particular interview, but now I have a question to ask you. If there was anything at all that you could do to help others, other than what you're doing, which I think you're doing an awful lot.
Right.
What would you want people to know about you? Because I think that's a help for others. How do you want yourself to be looked at and perceived by others?
I'm a genuinely nice and kind person, and I'm willing to give anybody the shirt off of my back. And you know, I just I just want to I want to be treated. I want to treat people the way I treat people the way I want to be treated. And with saying that, I'm kind, and I'm a hard worker, and I don't like for when I hear some people make excuses, and I'm not one to make excuses. Like I said, it's just not in my blood. I can't. It's not in my blood, and there's nothing that can't be done. Nothing's impossible with me, and that's just my whole stance. If you try hard enough, it can get done. When one door closes, you just go to the next one, and that's just a practice for me, And if you don't knock on them, then they're not going to open. So.
Well, that's kind of biblical too, isn't it?
That's right.
Willie, it's been a treat for me to be here with you. But now you've got something on here. I noticed. I don't know if you folks can see it. Can you all see this? Let's take a peek at that. What is this?
It's a new Willie Bradley Trumpet with Heart and Soul t-shirt. And I do have them for purchase.
Ah.
And all you have to do is go to my website and hit the donate button and put in $25 to cover shipping and handling, and I'll send you a t-shirt. And my website is www.williebradley.com, which is also on the back of the t-shirt.
Okay.
I have all sizes: small, medium, large, extra large, and 2X.
Wow. Well, thank you for that, Willie. I saw that and I thought, I like that. I like that trumpet player on there, Mr. Willie Bradley, trumpeter with heart and soul. That's great. Thank you for that.
Thank you,
and you're welcome. And once again, where is it that they should go to?
They should go to my website and purchase the shirt. It's www.williebradley.com. And hit the donate button, and it's a PayPal. You can pay $25, which will cover shipping and the cost of the shirt.
Okay, very good. Well, have we covered everything? There's a lot more we could cover, sure.
Right.
You're endless. Just endless, Willie Bradley.
There's always something going on.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I have totally enjoyed you, as I always do. And thank you very much for coming on to a conversation with me.
Well, I appreciate you having me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about it. If someone wanted to reach you, is that the website they would go to?
That's the website they would go to, www.williebradley.com. And for booking, just hit the booking button, and there's a drop-down space for Greg Allen Artist Group, who is my booking agent.
Now, there was one other thing I wanted to ask you about Willie Bradley. Did you tell me that something about Dakota sax?
Okay. Yes, I have a new endorsement. It's with Dakota Saxes, Phaeton, trumpets and flugelhorn. Peter LaPlaca and Dave Haynes are the representatives for the company. They gave me an opportunity to play their instruments from NAMM of 2015 earlier this year, and I'm very grateful to be an endorsee of Humenberg and Michael brand mouthpieces from Switzerland.
Okay, now wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Humenberg.
Yes.
The mouthpieces.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yes.
What's the mouthpiece made of?
I have the mouthpieces I have from Michael brand, or they're hard plastic mouthpieces.
Well, I'm probably dating myself. They're not wood anymore.
No, they're not. These are plastic.
Okay. Wasn't there a term for that, reed or something like that?
Those are reeds but they're for saxophones.
Saxophone. Do you play any instrument other than the trumpet?
I can play the piano, and I have a degree in music education, so we had to be able to learn how to play all the instruments to be able to teach them. So I can play I can at least get a decent sound and play Mary Had a Little Lamb on each one of the instruments.
Oh, you'll have to come to my music room and play on my grand. I would
I will
love
do
that. Yes, I'll play the grand and you play the trumpet. How's that?
that. We can do that.
We'll do something together one
We
time.
might come up with a song.
Yeah. Well, Willie, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, there is so much more to this young man than we know about. But in the meantime, we're going to be, see now, where do we go for that release?
For the CD release,
Mm-hmm.
I mean for the single release,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be released. It goes to radio.
Okay.
So I released it to radio in mid-August, and Jason Gorov is my radio promoter. It'll go to 150 radio stations across the country. And I forgot to mention one other thing. I also have my own radio station on Pandora Radio. So all you have to do is type in Willie Bradley, and my station will come up on Pandora Radio. So much has happened. So all this stuff is like coming to me as I'm speaking here. But
well, Willie, how do you like Pandora? Do you like it?
I like Pandora Radio.
And what has your reception been?
It's been very good. I mean, I'll tell you a funny story when when I'm flying and I'm on the airplane, and some people ask me out. They say, "Well, what do you do?" They see me with my trumpet case, and I was like, "I'm a trumpet player." And they say, "Well, do you have any music?" And they see these. I was like, "Well, do you have Pandora Radio on your phone?" They said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, just type in Willie Bradley," and they say, "Oh man, there you." So it's like it's cool, and a lot of people have the Pandora Internet Radio, and it's like it's very cool when you can tell somebody that in your picture pops up.
So you are just arriving. That star is just going and going, isn't it?
Still got a lot of work to do, though. I'm not complacent at where I'm at, and I'm pressing forward. It's a lot of work I still have to do, and I'm just at the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to start working on my new project in the next couple of weeks. I got a couple of people that are going to be producing for me. George Freeman Jr. is going to be producing. Nicholas Cole is going to be producing a single. Greg Manning, Steve Oliver, and a couple other people, special guests, are going to be working with me on this new CD project. Nick Coleon. So I've reached out to a lot of people, and once these people have, I've met these people and I've talked to them, and I'm really trying to broaden my spectrum, and the more people I know, the more people are going to find out who I am.
Well, excellent, Mr. Willie Bradley, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Well, we never can get enough of Willie Bradley. Oh man, who has that song? Barry White. Can't get enough of your love.
Uh-oh.
Well, actually, the talent that Willie Bradley has is excellent, and we want to make sure that we are able to take in all that we can of these artists. They work hard. They have families that try hard to be patient with them, knowing that it's a long, hard road. But we're still on this journey with Mr. Bradley, so we've heard a lot, haven't we? We've enjoyed it too. So we're going to close now, and I thank you so much.
I thank you
for having this conversation with me, Willie.
It's my pleasure.
All right. Okay, we're going to say goodnight to you. From Atlanta, this is Shirlee Hydemorris and Mr. Willie Bradley.
Bye-bye.
Bye.